Sport coaching is a module in the Secondary Physical Activity and Sports Studies PASS syllabus. The New South Wales Premier Sporting Challenge Learning to Lead program provides secondary students with practical sport coaching experience in a safe environment. This is an excellent transition program between secondary and local primary schools. The flexibility of the Learning to Lead program allows both secondary and primary schools to adapt the program to suit their local settings. PSC Sport Leadership Manager Georgia Elliott explains how the Learning to Lead program is implemented in her school setting.
Hi, I'm Georgia Elliott from Lake Macquarie High School, Manager of the Premier Sporting Challenge Sports Leadership Program. Stage 5 PASS each year are given the opportunity to run our school's Premier Sporting Challenge in Term 1. Year 9 have the Learning to Lead Day structured into their Term 1 coaching unit and Year 10 into their event management. Between the two classes, I assigned different roles for the students involved on the day. This has proven to be extremely beneficial on the day for timekeeping, equipment required, workshop areas around the school and the transitions amongst the clinics according to time schedules.
So Joseph, what did you learn from the Learning to Lead Day?
What I learnt from the Learning to Lead Day was that playing different sports is fun. I like being able to play sports with my friends. It has also helped me to think about what you need to do to be a leader. I enjoyed soccer the most because we played some fun games, I learnt new skills and I like being part of a team.
The ways I tailor the program to suit my students at Lake Macquarie High School is to rely on their strengths. Soccer, dancing, rugby league and rugby union are strong sports within our community and I utilise the skills of our kids accordingly to run these clinics on the day. I then looked to the students that participated in the Leading with Action November workshops to use their knowledge and skills gathered on the day to create a coaching lesson plan and a different sports clinic. As a result, golf, tennis, gym fitness and softball have participated and worked in our March workshops. The benefits of the program from both a teaching level and a whole school perspective is that it benefits and supports our transition programs and our current school population. The opportunity for our kids to discover new pathways in sport that are not necessarily playing a sport really invites a broad range of our students here at Lake Macquarie High School to want to join the program. Students in years 4 to 6 meet me and my sports leaders in March, and having now run the program for over 5 years, I can see the leadership pathway unfolding.
One of the benefits for our school being involved in the Learning to Lead program is that it has provided extra leadership opportunities for our senior students in the area of sport. They are now taking on the responsibility of running sport activities at lunchtime for the younger students, which the students enjoy.
Trinity, what have you learnt from being involved in the Learning to Lead Day?
Today I learnt I can take more responsibility as a sports leader by running some of these sports games at lunchtimes with younger students. It also teaches me that being active is fun. It shows that when you play a sport, it teaches you to cooperate, help and communicate with others. I enjoyed this program because I like being able to learn things outside the classroom, not just inside. I enjoy touch football the most because I like working with a partner to practice the skills.
Year 4 students I met when I first began in the program are here working as my sports leaders now in the Learning to Lead stage. Whilst I generally rely on my Year 9, 10 and 11 to operate my Learning to Lead workshop, kids that have participated in the program from the early years already have the confidence and initiative to see what is required of them in the Leading with Action program. My dance clinic is further evidence of this, with 3 Year 8 girls now working as the principal choreographers.
Whole leadership dance performance that obviously the younger students and now the primary school students have been able to learn from you. You are my sports leaders, which is awesome, and you've come right through the whole story of this program, which is brilliant.
When developing a timeline for the Leading with Action program, I take every opportunity I can to introduce all 3 stages of this program to my students. As mentioned previously, I believe there is flexibility throughout the 3 stages to invite and engage students across year levels to utilise their sporting leadership skills. By completing the Learning to Lead Day, the Stage 5 PASS groups are meeting syllabus outcomes.
This program was part of my Stage 5 PASS assignment, so I enjoyed this practical way of completing an assignment task. I learnt a lot from the experience and it raises my interest in sport coaching as a potential career path in the future, and I found it personally rewarding and I enjoyed it.
The Leading with Action program is essential. It ultimately creates the flow-on to the last stages of the Premier Sporting Challenge program. Students who participate have the opportunity to progress to the Leading Through Change program. This program provides them with sporting pathways, employment opportunities, mentoring and leadership skills. For my own benefit, the 25 students that attend the day in November are my first to begin their work on the Learning to Lead program at the beginning of the following school year. It ultimately creates a smooth transition for me as the teacher. In terms of planning, keeping track of students' names and sports they participated in at the Leading with Action Day is essential. It helps me assign the Learning to Lead clinics for Term 1. This lesson plan becomes a repetitive, known document to all of my students involved in the Sports Leadership program. I ensure this lesson plan pro forma is delivered to each student to use and complete after their 3 Leading with Action clinics on their day. I then hang on to these for their use in Term 1. At the beginning of Term 1 each year, I send out an email to my partner primary schools and lock in a day. I also lock in a backup day for bad weather purposes. My communication to the primary schools for the Learning to Lead Day is then to send one staff member with their students and to organise them into groups of 12 for me. I run each clinic as a 3 to 12 ratio. 3 student coaches, sometimes 4, to approximately 12 primary students. When the schools arrive to us on the day, I have a designated area for the groups to sit and my students coaches to collect their groups. They then move off to their sports clinic area. I run with the Learning to Lead agenda as per the manager's handbook and have copies of this with my sports prepared for the primary staff to also follow. I make copies for my sports leaders to use on the day also, and this way they can see their coaching program has to differentiate in skill as their groups rotate throughout the day. From here, my role changes from director to mentor, encouraging their confidence, voice control and discussing techniques for junior behaviour management.
You remember to use your whistle to control movement during the activity. The whistle means stop. Make sure you remember to use that.
Our students have gained a great deal from being involved in the New South Wales Premier Sporting Challenge Learning to Lead program. The program gives our students additional sport and physical activity time over the school week. All New South Wales government schools are now required to provide 150 minutes of planned physical activity, so it is one of the ways we meet the mandatory requirements in K-6. Finally, it is a cost-effective sport and physical activity program. The high school teacher and students come to our school, so that eliminates the cost of transport to and from the venue as well as requiring parental permission.
The kids know how to deliver a comprehensive coaching clinic and I get to enjoy watching them deliver their hard work and their knowledge of their sports. The benefits I can see for students being involved in the program are leadership, confidence, alternate career pathways, new friendships and opportunities in sports and activities that they generally would not have an opportunity to participate in elsewhere. The benefits for your high school in being involved in the program are that it supports existing transition pathways. It links to parents and the wider community. It showcases your talent and your strengths of your students and of course increases student engagement.
I would recommend the program to other primary schools as a cost-effective sport and physical activity program. It is also a way of connecting with the local community through sport.
I'm very proud of the level of achievement our kids at Lake Macquarie High have got from being involved in this program. The wider community pathways we hope to encourage are unfolding. Kids are seeking junior sport coaching and refereeing part-time jobs. They want to select senior PDHPE subjects. They are seeking out opportunities to get involved and help wherever they can.
For more information, go to the Premier Sporting Challenge website at www.schools.nsw.edu.au/PSC.